So today we're going to talk about how to set your zero stop on your Athlon Argos. Now in front of me, I've got an Athlon Argos BTR Gen 2 10 by 40 by 56 scope, and it's an amazing piece of equipment for its price. Yes, so step number one, the first thing you need to do before you set your zero stop on your scope is actually going to the range and finding your zero that you want to find. Now, if you're shooting at 50 meters or 100 meters or 200 meters, it doesn't really matter. You want to set your scope zero stop to the range that you normally shoot at. Now, I normally shoot at 50 and 100 meters, so I've actually set my zero stop just a little bit low of 50 meters. Now, for me, I'm using different ammunition, trying out different things. So, I need a few extra clicks. So my actual zero stop is 10 clicks above my set zero stop. So it allows that flexibility to be able to, play around a little bit to fine tune your ammunition. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to set a hard stop at 50 meters or 100 meters or whatever you want to set at, that's fine. But having that few extra clicks of up and down, setting your zero stop to, 10 clicks below your actual zero is the way to go. I want to jump in here right now and talk about scope purchasing and watching reviews online. Now, if you're in the market of purchasing a new scope, I highly recommend you go check out Cyclops Joe channel. The reviews that he does is simply outstanding, and the man is not influenced by sponsors, and he's going to tell you the truth, because a scope costs a lot of money and you want to make sure that the information that you're seeing online is the truth. And, Cyclops Joe is the man to go see. So if you want to know more about scopes and you want to know more about the scope that you might be thinking of purchasing, go check him out today. So your second step that you need to setting up your rifle is that you need to have a couple of Allen keys. Now, I honestly don't remember if my scope came with a set of Allen keys in the kit, because I purchased this, a couple of years ago. But the Allen keys that the sizes are very, very common. So you will need two, one larger one to open up the top cap, and then you'll need a little skinny one just to open up the inside, which I'll show you in a minute. So yes, the next step is to remove the little screw from the top of your turrets, which is very, very simple. And then it's just simply as easy as lifting up the top turret, which comes off. Just be careful, inside the turret there is a little rubber ring, so don't lose that. Once you've opened up this, you'll see the inner workings of your turret. So if we have a look at this nice and closely, there is three little holes that the fine little key will fit in, which you will need to adjust. So adjusting these screws is as simple as putting in that little fine Allen key that I have mentioned before. Now, I honestly don't remember if the new scope came with this little tiny Allen key, but again, they are, in my particular scope, it's a metric size, and it's very fine one. So I'm sure most shops will sell them. Simply undo the Allen wrench keys, and then your inner scope will rotate around. So we have a look here nice and closely. You'll see the top of the flange, and there's like a little bit of a stop there. Once you have set your zero, you need to have your scope hard up against that little marker. That will prevent your scope from dialing down any further. Once you have set that, tighten up those little screws, and then your zero stop is set. Now, when you first purchase your rifle, when you first purchase your scope, your zero stop will be elevated quite high, and once you undo those screws, your zero stop will drop down, which will allow it to lock onto that little protrusion there that'll stop it from spinning at your set area that you'd like it to be. So once you have it all tightened up and you have your zero stop set, it is simply as putting everything back together. So you want to make sure that on your turret you have a whole heap of numbers, have 0 to 0. As I said, mine is set a little bit different, but if you want to have 0 to 0, that is fine. Simply just slide your turret cap back on. Just push it down slightly, and you can even do a couple of test clicks. It's not going to hurt it. So that's set on my zero stop there, and you can hear it clicking around just fine. Once you've placed that on, you've tested it, and you're happy with your zero stop, and you're happy with the markings on where exactly you want it, simply put the screw back on and job is done. So now you have learned how to set your zero stop on your Athlon Argos, and you want to learn more about what other equipment you need at the range, make sure you check out this video.